Dreamcast 2. This was in the feed again. And I was like, okay, this got to be the what you call it, the April Fool joke, because Dreamcast ain't coming back. Saw a picture years ago saying Dreamcast 2. I was like, the dream is not over. Okay, know about that. Whoever made this, okay, know about that. I'll be something if it's a real system, but I doubt it. You know, because Sega's, with the exception of like some of the games, systems, they've been out of the business making systems like 20 something years. After the original Dreamcast, that was it. Next thing they're gonna be talking about Saturn 2 coming back. Now about that, okay, we're gonna make not coming back. I'm making a Sega Saturn. Now there were two different Sega Saturn. And there was the black one. I had the black one. Then there was the gray one with the net link and all that kind of stuff. But it's not coming back. How about that? Happy Sunday. What was this? About 16 gigs, all the stuff and everything else. But they make stuff in this Ultra HD with the Bluetooth. Know about that? Okay. Then talking about the VR is ready with Blu-ray. No, I don't know about all that either. So Ultimate Gaming. That would be something. But if it did, let's say it was real, the picture was real. Couldn't mess with it if it's PlayStation 3, PlayStation 5 price, but if between that and Nintendo Switch, I go for the Dreamcast. I just don't like, I ain't fooled with Nintendo since GameCube. Because what was the other thing they had after GameCube? I didn't get whatever the hell that was. Nintendo Wii. Yeah, they didn't mess with that. Yeah. Nintendo 64, that was it. Even though they used to kill me with the airplane controllers. And when Sony came in, that was it. I keep forgetting that I keep thinking 96. PlayStation 1 came out, was it 94, 95? Something like that. Yeah. And what was one of the first games? Tomb Raider with the blockhead. Remember the blockhead Lara Croft. But it was on PlayStation and it was on Saturn. So the original Dreamcast is a little bit better than the Saturn. I like the Saturn, but I forgot about Sega CD. Lorenzo had that, yeah. Oh, Lorenzo. Because I think you had the second version that sits next to the Sega. It sits right in the original one. It sits on top. My buddy had the other one, the original Sega CD, and they changed the way it was made. I remember that. But this Dreamcast business. Know about that? You may as well say the new Turbo Graphics is coming out. Turbo Graphics Turbo Graphics 2000. No, about that. That would have came out 20 years ago. But yeah, see, that's what I mean. I remember one time they were talking about Atari coming back. Something happened. Who was talking about that? Oh, the Nintendo dude. Yeah, he's watching. I ain't watched him in a minute. Pat the NES punk. Yeah. That never happened either. So, yeah. I forgot what they were gonna call it. The Atari, whatever it was. Atari did make a comeback in the '90s with the Jaguar, but that's been 100 years ago. And you can find them. I wish I could find one. I never played one before. You find them at the flea market. Because I remember It's Game Pro. And Game Pro in the 90s. PlayStation. Or the original PlayStation. Saturn. Jaguar. Nintendo 64. Was all out at the same time. I remember that. Then it just came down to PlayStation, Nintendo, and Saturn. And then into like the early 2000s, it was PlayStation 1 and Nintendo 64. Then PlayStation 2 came out. It was all over with then. You could forget it then. PlayStation 2 was hell. People was in the middle of the night, in the cold, rough with it. That's how bad it was. I got it like, what, 2 years later? Yeah, or a year and a half later. It came out in like, I think like late 2000. So I got a year and a half later. Yeah, in the cold, rough, waiting for that Sony. But this here, it happened. Be interesting to see it, but yeah. And this actually this picture might be a prototype design and everything, but I don't see it's coming out. Let's say Saturn. See, Dreamcast. Yeah, next year, the Saturn, like I said, the Saturn will be coming back. Sega Saturn. And another thing that was funny, that's interesting. I don't even think they're around anymore. They made cars called Saturns. I remember when they first came out. I think it was in Jersey though. They came out, so I was like, still in Jersey. It's like the Saturn of Marstown. And that's the first thing I thought of was the Sega thing. Say it, Sega. No, Sega, the Saturn. But yeah, but this you can forget about this. Come on now, come on. Not happening.